And in your book, if you're on page 282, it's at the very bottom of that page. It uses the words conversion factors, dimensional or unit analysis. When I was in Algebra 2 and Algebra 1, we called it unit conversions. You can see it's right there, but they call it something different. Dimensional analysis. Don't be scared by that. It's simply taking a few facts and doing something with it. Okay, this is what I want you to write down on your notes. You need to write these down because you have to have these memorized. And if you don't already have them, that's okay. We'll give you time. All right, 1 foot is equal to how many inches?
12.
1 foot is equal to 12 inches. That's correct. That's right. Okay, from that equivalent expression, or equivalent equation, I guess I could say, you can come up with 2 fractions. Your first fraction would be, and I'm going to abbreviate the units, 1 foot over 12 inches. You're like, where did you randomly come up with that? Does anyone know what 1 foot over 12 inches is equal to?
1 foot.
Not 1 foot.
1.
It's equivalent to 1. It's just 1. And you're like, wait, what are you talking about? Actually, I see, is that a ruler right there? That's a foot long, and it's also 12 inches long. So what's one of those over itself always equal to? What's any number over itself? 1. This is worth 1. And what's the reciprocal of 1? 1. So I can write this as 12 inches over 1 foot. You need to write these down, guys. These are something you need to know. And this is also equal to 1. 1 and 1. You're like, okay, this is pretty random. Yeah, it is kind of random right now, but it will make sense when we start using it. Let's come up with another fact. 1 yard, I'll abbreviate here, is equal to how many feet?
3.
3 feet. There are 2 fractions you can come up with that. You can come up with 1 yard over 3 feet. And what do you think the other fraction would be? 3 feet over 1 yard. Those are the 2 fractions you would get. They're both equal to 1. They're both equal to each other. One is useful for some situations. The other is useful for the other situations. We're relating those. And here's a tough one that a lot of students don't get. I hope you get it. Surprise me here. 1 mile is equivalent to how many feet? 5,280 feet. That's one of those that you may not know, but now you know because it's right here, written on the board. 1 mile is equivalent to 5,280 feet, 5,280 feet. So can anyone tell me what the 2 fractions would be here?
5,280.
Okay, you got to say a little bit more. 5,280 feet over 1 mile. That's right. And what's the other one? 1 mile over 5,280 feet. Those are the 2 fractions you get. And what are all those fractions on this board equal to?
1.
They're equal to 1. Okay, why did I write those down? There are more that you need to know, but these I'm going to start off with. Why did I write those down? Have you write them down and get the reciprocals of them? Is because of this little fact. Actually, it's 2 facts into 1. Pick a number, Callie. 7. Ready, guys? Mental math. Let's go. 7 times 1. Go.
7.
That was too easy. Mandy, give me another number. 4. Ready? 4 divided by 1. Go.
4.
Josh, give me another number.
102.
Hold on. I'll give you the question. Ready? What's 102 times 1 yard over 3 feet?
102 feet. 102 feet yards.
102. Because what is this worth? So what's 102 times 1? 102 in this case. All right. Here's our problem. If you're looking back at page, what is it? 282? 382? 282. I want to rename, and here's our first actual problem. 15, make sure I wrote this, miles per hour, I believe. Yep, miles per hour. 15 miles per 1 hour I want to rename that as something feet per second. Feet per second. Oh, he wanders off. Okay. So we're going to use our dimensional analysis to do this, okay? All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply my original fraction, 15 miles per hour, by 1 several times. When I multiply a number by 1 several times, what do I end up with? The same number. I'm going to end up with 15 miles over 1 hour. But why would I do it multiplying by 1? Because I don't want it in miles per hour. I want it in feet per second. Okay. And it was funny in the last class, some people were doing it in their head, they were doing it too quickly, they were doing it a different way, and they got numbers. The wrong numbers. Okay, that's not impressive. Do it this way and you're going to get it for the easier problems and then the more difficult problems. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to convert miles to feet, or I'm going to convert hours to seconds, and it doesn't matter which one I do first. So which one would you want to do? It doesn't matter. That's miles to feet. Okay, ready? I'm going to multiply by 1 in the form of one of these two fractions. Now, I'm going to tell you which one it's going to be now, and then I hope you're going to start picking up how I pick my numbers. It's one of these two. Doesn't this tell me how many feet in 1 mile? 1 mile is this many feet. Okay, I'm going to use 5280 feet over 1 mile. Now I erase that stream word. I'm going to use that one version. What's this worth, by the way? 1. Now, why would I pick this version of the two fractions? Was it pretty random? Was it just what I decided to do today? Or okay, look what happens with the units. What's anything over itself going to get me? 1. It's going to be crossed out. It's going to be 1, right? So what's 1 mile over 1 mile? 1 mile over 1 mile. 1 mile. Or wow. 1 mile over 1 mile is a big fat 1. These got canceled out. Do you remember canceling out before multiplying, where you could just cross things out? Because that's what we did with the units. Okay, and then I'm going to go from hours to seconds next. Okay, so first, before I go to hours to seconds, I'm going to go hours to minutes. Okay, how many hours in a minute? Or how many minutes in an hour? You got to give me which one it is. 60 minutes an hour. Did I write that anywhere? Okay, no. 60 minutes over 1 hour. So I'm going to use 1 hour over 60 minutes. Is that equal to 1 before I keep moving? Is that equal to 1? Yes. Why did I pick 1 hour over 60 minutes instead of 60 minutes over 1 hour? What happens to the units hour and hour here? They cancel out. So I'm going to cross those out. That's okay. We're going to keep working. Okay. Now, I'm at minutes, but what do I really want to get to? Seconds. So I'm going to use one more of these fractions. And am I going to use 60 seconds over 1 minute or 1 minute over 60 seconds? Anyone? Why would I pick 1 minute over 60 seconds, not the other way around? Yeah, so these units cross out. I don't want minutes. I want seconds. Let me ask you in the numerator. Look at the numerator with the units. What unit is left? Feet. What unit is left in the denominator? Seconds. Is that what I wanted? Yes. Uh-oh. But not only did I have to deal with the units, I had to deal with
Divide.
Okay, here's the fun part. Okay, these are big numbers. So I got to find a way to make these as small as I can if possible. So this is what I want you to do. Can you also cancel out numbers? Yeah, you can. Here's my first. You can do it many ways, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm done with the units. I got what I wanted. But before I start multiplying and then dividing, let's deal with the numbers. Doesn't 15 go into 15 and 60? 15 goes into 60 4 times, and 15 goes into 15 1 time. Oh, that's kind of nice, right? Got rid of the 15 up there. Anything else I can cancel?
16, 500.
Yeah, here's a good one. What goes into both of these two numbers?
60.
60. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. 60 goes in it, but I know one number goes in there. 10. Doesn't 10 go into 60? And 10 go into 5280? So I cancel out the zeros. I got rid of those zeros. Is there anything else I can cancel? Sorry, what cancels? Like, what about the 4 and the 528? What goes into both of them, at least? Let's see, 7, 15, 28. 4. 4 does. 4 goes in that once. 4 goes in that 1, 3, 2. And if you didn't know that, what definitely goes into 4 and 528? 2 does. And then you would have done it again.
6 can go along.
Yeah, 60.
It's 22.
Okay, this is what I have left. Ready? After all these cancelings, look what I have left. What's 1 times 132 feet times 1 times 1? 132 feet. That's what I'm left with in the numerator. And then, what's 1 times 1? Yeah, times 6. And then seconds. Can I further reduce that now?
Yes.
Go ahead and do that. Because this was a big problem, and then what did we do with it? We could have minimized it more. There's more to do, but I hope you could do that. 132 divided by 6. 21. Ooh.
Wait, I got different websites.
Exactly. So is there only one way to do it? Absolutely not. So you cancel out different things? Is that what you did?
Yeah, 50
Yeah,
goes
great.
to 500, or 5,288 times.
288. Yeah, and I didn't know that, but then if I work it out, we can figure that out. Either way, it's going to do it.
It's an 88.
Okay, here's what we did. What did we start off with? 15 miles per hour. Okay, 15 miles per hour is the same thing as 22 feet per second. And you know how I know that? What's this worth originally? What's 5280 over 1? 5280 feet over 1 mile. 1. What's this worth? What's this worth? What's 1 times 1 times 1 times that? Same thing. It's just a different way of looking at it. Okay, that's called dimensional analysis. All right, let's keep going. So you're like, huh? Okay, let's go do another one. This one's a little bit tougher because we don't deal with these units as much as other ones. 3.5 ounces per second. 3.5 ounces per second. The other class figured out, what is this? What kind of rate is that? Who uses that kind of rate? Where is that?
Drinking.
Sorry?
People who are drinking.
It could be the amount you drink per second. That happens.
When you're pouring.
Yeah, like maybe water usage. Is this how many ounces of water used per second when you're washing dishes or filling up a water bottle? I don't know. What's another one? Sorry?
Plumbers.
I mean, again, yeah, like the toilet flushes at this rate, 3.5 ounces per 1 minute, or 1 second.
Yeah, Russians use it for food.
Yeah, this actually, the way they're using it is a packing plant. A machine can pack 3.5 ounces per second. That's what they're using it for. So this has many applications, and that's the particular one we have here. But I don't want ounces per second. I want pounds per hour. Because pounds per hour for me makes a lot more sense. Or they just want to know what pounds per hour it is. They want to have that rate. What's the fact you know about ounces and pounds?
3 ounces in a pound.
And I always mess this. There you go. It's 16 ounces in 1 pound. That's the fact you need to know. Now, if you didn't know that, you need to memorize that because that is important. 16 ounces in 1 pound. You see that a lot. Okay. Let's go with the time first. What do I want the time to go from and then to? Time. Seconds to hours. You're going to notice We're going to use the same things we used in the last problem because we're going to use them over and over again. All right, I want to first go from seconds to minutes. So what fraction am I going to use? Should I put 1 minute is 60 seconds or 60 seconds is 1 minute?
2 seconds.
Why 60 seconds over 1 minute? I want those units to cancel. Good, so you guys get why I do that. All you have to know is the fact. And then you're like, which one should I use? Well, if I use this fact, what happens to that second and that second? They cancel out. If I use the reciprocal, this is technically what you get. You'll get ounces and minutes up there, and then eventually you'll get square seconds. Have you heard of square seconds? I've never heard of that. Well, I don't think I want to use that one. Okay, now we're going to go from minutes to hours. And does anyone know, Annie, should I use 1 hour is 60 minutes or 60 minutes is 1 hour?
60 minutes.
60 minutes, 1 hour. Why would I use that, Molly?
So,
Minutes cancel out. That's it. That's why I wanted it. All right, did we get to the desired time unit? Hours. Okay, good. Now I had to get to the desired weight unit.
1 pound over 16 ounces.
Oh, I didn't want that.
1 pound is 16 ounces.
Yes, so what did you say, Brandon?
1 pound over 16.
1 pound over 16 ounces. Why would I use that one? So that these ounces can cancel out, and that's exactly it. Did I get my desired weight unit? Yes. Now it's time for the fun part. Cancel things out before you multiply. Make life easier for yourself. If you don't, these problems get really, really big. Do you like dealing with big fractions and decimals? And no. All right, so who can cancel? Who wants to cancel? Let's start off. How about this? What goes into 16 and 60? 4. 4 goes into 16 4 times. 4 goes into 16 15 times. Oh, man, there's nothing else to cancel except 4 and 60 again.
2.
4.
4 again goes into 4 once and ooh. But I still have 3.5 times 13 times 15. Wait! 15 times 15? No. That's last chapter. You needed to forget that Friday because that was the last time you had to use it. What's 15 times 15? Do the math and get the answer. What's 225 times 3.5? I don't know what it is off the top of my head, so I work it out. 225 times 3.5 is something, and that'll be the amount of pounds per 1 hour. And I'll show you why in just a moment. There we go. Thank you for following me, Sol. All right. All right, did you guys get 787.5 pounds per hour? If you did the math. Okay, that's like. How do I know that that's actually the number? Let's look at it. What's 3.5 times 15 times 13 times 1 pound? 787.5 pounds. What's 1 times 1 times 1 hour times 1?
1 hour.
1 hour. So mathematically it works, and that's my converted rate. 787.5 pounds per hour. That's how much meat this machine packs per hour. It's kind of a lot of meat. A lot of tuna.
Ooh, that's not
Love
tuna's
tuna.
fish. Tuna's really good, like if you catch it.
Chicken of the sea.
Damn.
No, chicken of the sea is tuna. It's its catchphrase there. Oh, really? Yeah, it's good.
Ah, fun fact, tunas.
Wait, how did you this up to 15 and 15?
Tunas are like hard.
Say that again?
Like,
It's pretty hard to up 15 and 15.
How did I get 15 and 15?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 16 and 60. 4 goes into both of those, 4 and 15. And then I cross out the 4 and the 60 here, gave me 1 and 15. So I did canceling twice with different numbers. So that made it get 15 and 15, which is nice because that works out. One more here, then I'll let you go. Oh. Ma'am? You need to convert 720 pounds per hour to ounces per second. You may begin.
Mister, I don't understand.
Okay, first you want to change hours to seconds.
So it'd be 60 seconds.
Okay, oh, no, you got it. You got one step ahead of me on that. That's good. So to go from hours to seconds, you go hours to minutes. Yeah. So do your first fraction with hours and minutes, but one of them has to be on the top, one of them has to be on the
So it'd
bottom.
be 60 seconds over 1 minute.
Sorry? You want to cancel out units. Yeah. So either you're going to put hours over minutes or minutes over hours. It depends on which one cancels.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it'd be 1 hour over 60 minutes because that's the only one where the hours cancel out. And then once you go to minutes, what do you want to get to second?
Wait, do I have to do 16 times 120?
You don't have to. Nope, I wouldn't. How were you?
But I have none.
I have 3 more. But go ahead, Jack. What's your question?
If you get it down to the time,
Uh-huh.
you have to do, that was an easy one. 1 over 16, or 16 over 1.
Oh, because you're doing ounces and pounds,
So it'd be 16.
So, yeah, 16 ounces over 1 pound. Okay, so did you get the seconds, Max?
I got, so I did 720 pounds for 1 hour times 1 hour over 60 minutes
Yep.
times 1 minute over 60 seconds.
Perfect. Okay, so you're there. So you're done with the time. You just made it to seconds, which is what you wanted. How do I go from pounds to ounces? So is there a fact I know about pounds and ounces? Oh, I don't know that. All I know is this: 16 ounces per 1 pound. So I'm either gonna, the last fraction I want to put up there is either 16 ounces over 1 pound or 1 pound over 16 ounces. Which one would work?
16 ounces of,
Got it.
I don't understand how.
You know why you pick? Write it down, Max, and I'll write it up here after you guys are working a little bit. Just try to work it out as best you can, and then I'll show you why that had to be that way. Ma'am?
We have to get 1 on the bottom first.
Yes. You want to simplify it so 1's on the bottom. So basically your last 2 numbers, whatever they are, blah over blah, just divide them so you get 1 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Thank you for the agreement. Okay, Bella first.
What do you do after you get to ounces?
Did you get hours to seconds already? And then you got to ounces? Now start canceling out anything that cancels. Then multiply, and then finally divide. So this is what I would have gotten. Okay, did you guys get these? Okay, now I'm going to cancel. This is really my favorite part, to do this. Cancel things out. They're done. I'm eliminating them. But that's not actually my favorite part of my favorite part. My favorite part of this part of the favorite part is to simplify those. Ready? 60 goes into 61, 60 goes into 720. 12 times. That's nice. But if only we were done there. 12 and 60 can cancel, can't they?
Yes.
Once, 5. 1 times 1 times 1 times 16, 16. 1 times 1 times 5 times 1, 5. That's my division problem. And then what does that give you? I think 3.2 ounces per 1 second.
I got 4. Where did you die? I got 4.
Oh yeah. So what to make this one? This is how technically you're doing it. Aren't you dividing it by 5 over 5? All right. So 5 divided by 5, 1. 16 divided by 5, 3.2. Okay. Okay. Who should I go with first? Whoever's there. Oh, it's Sydney. Go ahead.
Do you have, does it matter like in what order you like cancel them out?
No.
At 60, I canceled, well, I canceled
Okay,
it
this
out
one or
with
this
the
one?
16. Yeah,
These two?
I canceled it out with the 16, but
Good
I
job.
got a different answer.
Okay, so you could cancel it differently. You could do 16 and 60. You could do 4 and 15.
Yeah.
And then you could do 4 again, cancel that 1 and 15 again. So you'll get 225 down here. And then you'll still have that 720, but they still divide out to this. They have to. So just maybe do the division again, I'm not sure. Did you do 720 divided by 225?
That's what I got. No, I did 720 and 60. I did what you did first. And then instead of
Oh.
doing that 12 and
Gotcha.
60, I did 16.
It should all work. Yeah, it should work. Okay, oh, that canceled those questions. That canceled those out.
Didn't really cancel.
Max.
How did you get 16 over 5?
Yeah, did you see all the canceling I did? So I'm left, what's 1 times 1 times 1 times 16? Yeah, 16. And then what's 1 times 1 times 5 times 1? Nice, right? I like that. Next. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, you may.
Can we just not do this for homework and just do the other stuff?
Can I do something better for you? It's better for you and better to you. How about I only give you 3 problems of this type?
Oh, alright. I probably won't be able to do it.
Add 20, I better make sure I say this right, 20 to 24, even. So your homework should be 2 to 24 even. That's your final assignment. Bye-bye, Swivel. We'll see you back in the twilight.